Well, they can be the most dangerous places in our communities. Families use them every day. We're talking about the roadways of Central Ohio. It could be a neighborhood street or a major highway where crashes can happen in an instant. Thousands of new, inexperienced drivers are hitting those roads every day. 10 TV's Chuck Strickler found out the goals for instructors who teach them the rules of the road on being safe and defensive drivers.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. You should not be on that gas. Now look at you. You blocked the entire street.
Pickerington Central senior Christian Benezet is in his second driving lesson, just his first few hours behind the wheel.
You're getting very close to that pole over there.
He is getting blunt, real-time advice from his instructor, Anthony Thomas, who's been doing this for 14 years.
What's the speed limit?
25.
All right.
Thomas is constantly quizzing Christian, keeping him aware of everything around him as they head down a rural two-lane road.
You should be checking your mirrors every 3 to 5 seconds. When you drive, all these things are important.
The lesson then moves into a neighborhood as Thomas drives in the basic fundamentals.
Look left, right, left.
And one theme keeps repeating itself.
You want to take it slower, especially when you're backing up. You're 17 times more likely to hit someone or hit something when you back up. We try to stress, look, you're out there with all types of other drivers, and your responsibility is to be safe, a safe driver. And I think that's what it all comes down to, being safe.
And defensive, not only on the roads, but in parking lots too.
Pull in that space and park. Do not go across the white line in the middle. Slow down, Christian, you're going too fast.
Thomas says parents have to get involved, but must be careful of the advice they give.
When parents are with the kids, they're teaching them how to drive as they know best, which oftentimes isn't good enough to pass the test. Kids are going to make mistakes. So this would be 5 points off on your test. You need to recognize what your kid is deficient in and don't think that they're going to get better at it on their own.
Thomas says a big part of the process is trying to communicate to kids on their level.
It's kind of like a video game, or a game of keep away. You need to make sure you're recognizing the dangers and hazards on the road and trying to stay as far away from them as you can so that you're not included. Get over to your right, though. Come on, Christian. You got to think of it as a two-way, all right? Slow down, stop here, stop here. This exercise I want you to practice, okay? That's good right there. Back it up.
Advice this student is taking to heart.
If I didn't take these, I probably would have gotten a couple car accidents.
Something Christian wants to avoid to keep himself and everyone else out on the road safe. In Pickerington, Chuck Strickler, 10 TV News.
And Anthony Thomas tells us from what he can tell, driving has not improved over the years, especially with all the new distractions. You may find out more about defensive driving at 10tv.com/safety, including a course that takes regular driver's ed to a new level for teens and adults. And join us tonight at 11 as 10 TV launches a new initiative aimed at ending distracted driving. It's called Maria's Message in honor of Dom Tiberi's 21-year-old daughter who died in a crash in September. Tonight, Dom will share his plan to raise awareness about distracted driving in Central Ohio.